do an unedited live stream version of it. It's the only way. It's the only way to prove these things. Okay? And we all know that every market is different. And when you're in a city, downtown city market, yes, it tends to be busier, but you got to.
How's it going for you guys out on the road?
Thousands and thousands and thousands of
it was a pretty good night.
And then you have the factor of all of the people who took up with Top Dasher to continue doing it, and all of these diamond programs and all this crap, so that the customer gets used to low-balling you and no tips. See, the problem is there's no parameters with these companies. There's parameters for us as drivers. They put these restrictions and everything else up on us. But they don't go to the customer and say, oh, we're gonna give you need to put in 20% tip, right? Because they know that they would lose an amount. You'd lose probably half the customers right off the bat. But the other half, who have always tipped and been good customers, would be there. And then that would get rid of all the idiots that are out here driving blindly and endlessly and aimlessly to just work for the slave master of DoorDash. In other words, they're not. If you want to think of any semblance of being independent, then you have to think as independent. You have to do things independently of them. In other words, we're partnering with them, but we don't have.
Folks, sometimes you just need a little Chalky Baba in your life to make you feel better.
To go along with the evil plans they have, you say no. And if more people did that, you would see these kiss asses and sellouts that would be taking everything.
Much better. I tell them, what the hell, I'm not a drug addict, I'm not in jail, I'm not wanted by the police, I pay my own bills, they mainly don't like my attitude. Welcome. Fair enough, man. Judge not, lest ye be judged, am I right? Local Fast Money Trader, are you with the gig community or the other community from Tammy's channel? Yeah, he's not a gig worker. At least I don't think so. He said he was delivering DoorDash in a Lambo. I think he was joking about that. I'm pretty sure he was joking about that. Big B says, love Brian. I know it. Love it too. It's like literally one of my most favorite channels of all time. Super entertaining. Like, whenever he does, you know, like, I should did more comment videos, because whenever he did these comment videos, dude, I was like, yes, I was like hanging on every word. I would watch it 2 or 3 times. I would listen to it in the background while I was doing my deliveries, and it was like an integral part of my gig working experience. And, you know, it still is. His channel still is, and, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't think Brian fully comprehends like how interested like a ton of people in this community are with what he has to say. Like super interested about what he has to say. Am I right? I ain't glitch up and I'm glitch remaining. Okay. Got you. He says, what the hell? Oracle is always here with us. Brian says a few weird things, but we all understand Brian is doing good work for our community. Yeah. Brian is mad at everybody, imagine. No, he's not. I just talked to him on the phone yesterday. He's not mad at me. I just told him that you like to give him a hard time sometimes. Brian is mad at everybody. Imagine being his cable company or something. He calls you. No, he's going to yell at you. He doesn't have cable. No, that's true. No, that is true. A lot of us, we have to skip our cable bill. He's not alone. Don't worry. Mad trash and no glitch, right? They just lower the pay for each order if you're not high AR. I know they do. Yeah. They just lower the pay for each order if you're not high AR. Interesting.
You know, some people are desperate. And there's a lot of foreign people that are doing these apps. So they, like, to them, the money they're making in America is way more than they could ever make in Mexico or Brazil or wherever they are. And so, you know, I get it. They want to, you know, provide for their families, but they...
Now, once again, I've outlined this before, and I'll say it again. In my opinion, most of these illegal immigrants, these foreigners, they're coming to this country and doing these jobs, like making money here because they have family members that are being held hostage back home. They have to send money back home. That's just what I think.
They don't realize that they're hurting the American people doing that. People who have been here, they take our jobs. But you see, this all ties into the divide and conquer video that I did, because the whole plan is to divide and conquer the nation so they can turn it into a third world country, folks. And they do it good through these corporations. It stops from the corporations. Because the people at the head of these corporations are all part of an evil elite group, which I've told you about. It goes back to the World Economic Forum. Anyways, I'm ranting here, but it's important to note that. Okay, so Scott Caldwell says partner level is what Grubhub calls their lowest tier drivers. Oh, okay. Mid-level drivers up pro and top drivers up premier. See, they do the same thing with Deliver That. Deliver That, it does the same exact thing. See, I'm on the Deliver That app. That's the catering app. But, unless you become a pro or an elite, they have an elite one, right? Oh, you can see orders 48 hours earlier, like days in advance, because people don't, on catering apps, right? People don't just order food the minute or the day that you get that order. They've done it a week in advance, days in advance. So now Deliver That is doing the same thing. So I guess, I'm not on Grubhub, but Grubhub, I guess that's what they do too. Thank you, Scott, for that information. He says it has nothing to do with partnering with Grubhub. Okay, so I'm glad that you clarified that, because I see I'm not on Grubhub. And I'm glad. Thank you so much, Scott, for telling me about that. Okay, so Boomer X1 says I'm not up to speed. Let me see. Hold on one second. He says, I'm not up to speed on all the DoorDash content creator websites, but yours popped up in my feed. I don't give two craps about acceptance rate. I multi-app. If an offer doesn't mean my dollars to mile threshold, I decline it. The only exception is if an order is on my way home. Other than that, I don't care if my acceptance rate he's in single digits. Now, here's the thing though. Now, Boomer, I want to ask you something. If you come back to this video, if you can answer it. Are you a part-timer? Are you a full-timer? How many hours do you put in per week? Okay, because all of that sounds nicey, and it's great. But if you're a full-timer and you decline all these orders, they do put you in some sort of a punishment. So, I mean, if you have another job and you're making good money and this is just extra money for you, then I can see where you don't care. But a lot of people get afraid of declining and everything because they're not going to get anything coming through on their phones, because they do punish people. See, they're trying to get a whole bunch of new people to brainwash them into all of these programs that don't really work. Overall, it appears like you may make more money, but you really don't, because you have to deduct all of your expenses and the miles you did, the gas and everything. After you do all of that, what have you really made? Their own website, hold on a second. Their own website says that you can't make more than, look at this, $13.75 for 14 miles. This is unbelievable. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm sick of taking these long distance
14 miles, dude, it's so crazy.
It's not, even if that was $24 or $28, right, to cover the miles.
Right. It's like you live too fucking far away, bro. Like, it's not negotiable. Like, it's just too far away. Like, there's no amount of money that the customer can pay within reason that is going to be enough money for you to do that, Like, not within reason. So, unless the customer's willing to pay triple or more, which they're definitely not, then it doesn't make any sense, bro. It's like, $14 for like 14 miles one way is just like, it's too much, man.
You still have to drive back, you're out of zone. And if you go more than 5, 8, 10 miles, you're out of your zone, and then you can't pick anything up unless you have Dash Now. And that's why they want people to do the top dasher, because at some point you will have had to have taken at least 30 to 40%.
Honestly, the top dasher program is like, it's just designed to like manipulate you more, because like, you know, like once you have it, then you're like you're like concerned with losing it, so they can like, take advantage of you more. That's what it's all about, man. It's all manipulation tactics. It's a whole fucking scam.
Low ball and no tip orders doing top dasher. There's no question about it. And all of these people that are in good markets where it's so busy that it doesn't matter whether you're top dasher.
Yeah.
People that are top dashers think that they are king shit because they're top dasher. Like, oh, look at me, I'm top dasher and I make the money. No, it's because you're in a good market and you also are a top dasher.
It's like, you know, I think it was JTV that said, you know, even if you are in a good market and you're doing good, you should be able to look next to your fellow gig worker and see that, like, this is not sustainable. Like, you should be able to, like, look around you and see that, like, most of us are fucking suffering, man. Like, even if you are in a great market, you're doing good, like, you know? Like, to sit there and, like, you know, portray that it's like, oh, it's all sunshine and roses, and, like, you just gotta take responsibility. It's like, it's not that simple, man. You know? Like, this is a scam. This is a scam that's being perpetrated against America. Really the world, but, you know, like, as Americans, we're talking about America. Yeah.
Try to drive away 20 miles away from your market and try to make the same money you make in that market that you drive. I guarantee you your money will be cut in half.
Absolute, unequivocal, incontrovertible fact. Take best dasher alive. A young man who kind of looks like Tom Brady, but he works out of a market known as San Clemente, which is one of the it makes the top 10 richest places per capita on Earth. You know, it's a population of at least 50% of people there don't have a mortgage. They're living mortgage free. They're independently wealthy, and they just have money to burn. They're flush with cash. And if this young man went outside of his market just a few miles, like Brian said, 25, maybe 30 miles, it'd be a completely different story, night and day. Night and day.
Do it. Go to a completely different market. You've never tried. You don't know how. You will not be able to make the same.
Fucking tired of this shit. Me too, bro. I'm right there with you, man.
I've done it. I've gone to 4 or 5 different markets. 40, 50, and 100 miles away from where I live. I've even talked about this in previous videos over on my other channel on DoorDash Sucks. I've gone to Providence. I've gone to Springfield. I've gone to Boston. I've gone to Worcester. And these are all major cities and major hubs that I'm mentioning. The worst out of all of it is Providence, Rhode Island. It's bad. Anyways, so Boomer, thank you so much.
Now, to be clear, Damian Blaze, the young man known as Best Dasher Alive is not necessarily what I would characterize as a fake, but it's just that he misrepresents himself, the reality of the situation, and really just his channel in general. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. The point is, you go to the Best Dasher Live's channel, and he's talking about you know, making all kinds of money. And it's not representative. That's the point. At the end of the day.
You comment here because
my personal belief is that he makes the money that he's making. It's just that because of a very specific set of conditions that he's able to do what he does, and you know, it's just the same with any of these gig tubers that is in a similar situation. They're just you know, misrepresenting it as I'm just the guru of DoorDash, and if you just follow what I do here on this channel, then you'll make the money I make. But it's really just because of the you know, the set of conditions. So if the circumstances change, so does the results. So
that's good that you cherry pick and everything, because that's the way to go. If you do anything else, you're just a big. I mean, we're all slaves in some ways, but we need to unslave ourselves from these companies, right? Emily Ariola says, "Why do you care so much?" Okay, I guess this is a general question for me.
Oracle's a solid friend over you guys.
Well, I guess that would have to be, and this is an honest answer, I guess that would have to be because I love
He gifted
Jesus
50
Christ, I love
membership.
God.
Yeah, he did it a couple times.
I'm a Christian. You know, I may not seem like it.
It's pretty much a legitimate benefactor at this point.
You know, things we say, actions we do, right?
Big V says, Oracle, I need Bitcoin to go over 100K. Are you asking him to get the scales in your favor? I don't know. I don't know if he has that kind of influence. I don't know. Maybe he does. Oracle, we need Bitcoin to go over 100K. Could you help us out?
We're all sinners. We make mistakes, but at the end of the day, you know, you have to forgiveness from God.
It just tickles me pink, bro.
Through the salvation of the blood of Christ. Because no man comes to the Father but through him. Jesus. I am the way, the truth, and the life. That's what Jesus said, right?
Look at Quab, dude. Goddamn. Holy shit. Come on up, girl.
Let me see what the reply is.
Send everyone in the chat 20K.
You seem like another troll. Why are you not sticking up for the drivers? Can you explain that in a detailed comment here? Tell me. I mean, it's ridiculous. Do you see any of the other people that are on my channel? Do you see any of them disagreeing with the things I'm saying? See, I'm not looking for a whole bunch of mindless people that are just going to say, yes, master, yes, whatever you say. It's not like that. It's to expand your mind, open your mind. Do you want to be a slave? Do you want to drive for these companies and not make a good amount of money? If we all made decent money, folks, none of us would be complaining, really. We would. If we could, always pay our bills, have money to take vacations, to do basically what the American dream used to be like in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. That American dream no longer exists. The American dream, it's a nightmare. The American nightmare is what we're all living. Some of you barely are surviving. Some of you are even living in your cars. We all know that from my other channel, all the people that came on there and talked about it. People that are homeless doing this job. It's sad. No one should be homeless. Anyways, Julia Stryker says, great video, Thomas. These numbers are total fantasy. If this guy was making, it's 700, not 600, but he's making 600 a day, working 5 days a week. That's $3,000 a week, which is well over $150,000 a year. Trevor is a total fraud. I'm glad you said that. Because that's exactly true. And for Thomas Schubeck to make a video about Trevor, you know that nothing added up. That video was so amazing that Thomas did. So another big shout out to you, Thomas, because he broke down everything. And that's something I probably should have done. I never thought about it. I never thought about looking at time signatures and stuff, but he did. He really critiqued it well. And then I critiqued his video to talk about different things. But, awesome video. I hope you make some more of them, Thomas. Really good. Really good stuff.
There's more videos coming.
And thank you, Julius. So Julius says, I wish there were a couple of impersonations of this girl. I always love your Brie impressions. Look, folks, I want to just clarify something, too, about the Brie video. I had to do another video about her because I had done a video talking about the very same thing that she was trying to tell people. That's completely opposite. Telling people that acceptance rate matters when acceptance rate doesn't matter. They want to brainwash you into thinking that. You can still make a decent living in it. Well, when I say that, you can still make survival money.
Another cruise while we all suffer.
Without selling out.
Yeah, probably.
And selling out is not a good option, folks. Because it demoralizes you, it demeans you as a person, it changes the way you think.
Okay, we all do.
Stick to your moral standards as a good Christian, a good person who cares about people, cares about communities. We should never be being treated like this by these companies. The governments have gone rogue on the people. The governments are the enemy of the people, and the corporations are tied in with them. That's what's called fascism. It happened in Germany. History is repeating itself.
This is
You understand? So, when I did the thing on Green, I had to expose that. Because, like, she's live. She never even go into her comment. Why? She had a free life. That's allowed.
That's the coincidence of the lucky thing, I see. The day I was thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of you, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
I feel like the house auditions are cool one to fly. Well, he just took a keen interest in the soul.
Did you end up going?
One of the young girls.
Thank you.
doomed to repeat. That's right.
And we're seeing this history repeating all over again. It's just that the American people aren't aware that they're being taken over by a bunch of globalists and a bunch of the same people who took over Germany and tried to basically take over the world. And it goes even deeper than that because it goes back to the devil. The devil's at the head of the helm. He's the one steering the ship right now, but Jesus is the commander-in-chief. He's the ultimate supreme creator and being that's going to crush the head of him someday. And it's all tied into everything, folks. I always told you that. You remember that, right? All right, so let me see. William Joseph says, 98 says, keep up the good fight, man. I don't agree with you on everything, but I can tell the sincerity in your words. These people are either paid to type these comments.
Whoever he is, he's shown himself down a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could sound
DoorDash Dollar Generals, dude. Stay far away from that shit.
Still. He'll be all
You gotta make more videos to expose beautiful people to be aware of the gay community. Yeah.
Shall we?
Thomas says, Bitcoin goes to 100K, I'll buy all of Schubeck Industries pizza. Alright, sounds good.
Are so stagnant in their everyday lives that the misery gets to them. And they need a place to release that energy. Don't feed them your energy. Like you said, they aren't here to comment anything. That is useful or helpful to the community overall. You know as well as I do that it's impossible to wake up all of those who are sleeping before the storm hits. Yeah, I commend you, William, and guess what? You don't have to agree with everything I say. I'm not exactly 100% right about every single thing, but I'm in the wheelhouse, folks. I'm an imperfect being, just like most of us are. But I do genuinely love and care about the community. Just as I love you guys, I can say all of it, brothers and sisters. Because you are. You're the human race. It doesn't matter whether you came from a different mother or father. Your true father, your real father is in heaven, which art in heaven. Jesus Christ. He's the most important. He's the person you should be looking to.
Dollar General go hard.
Praying to him, asking him for help. Because, God can change the hearts and minds of people, It's people that need to change. God doesn't change. God is a standard. But people have gotten so decadent, so evil, so corrupt, so greedy, that this is where we are in life. And we need to help change it. But excellent comment, William Joseph.
Spin some future, Brian.
Paris Baxter says, keep fighting, brother. I tune in each and every day as if it's the news. Christ also wasn't for everybody. everybody. Stay strong.
Exactly.
Yeah, he said to people, he said in the Bible, he said, if they hated me, if they hate you, they hated me before they hated you, right? And it's tough. It's a tough war.
Big V asks Thomas, when Bitcoin 100? Let's see what it says here. When is Bitcoin projected to hit 100,000? By the end of 2024. There you go.
Well, you should know.
Whoa, wait. When was Bitcoin at an all-time high?
According to Statista, Bitcoin BTC USD price history up until November 20th, 2023. Bitcoin price again reached an all-time high in 2021, as values exceeded over $65,000 United States dollars in November 2021.
Don't get us pizza, get us dildo so we experience something slightly less painful than it's pretty much on the same pace there. Anyway.
Might take a stroke. No chance.
It's a tough war.
I wonder what Scrim's doing right now.
King.
What do you do?
But we need to keep doing the good fight, right? Excellent comment, Paris. I love you. Thank you for supporting me and supporting the channel and supporting all your fellow brothers and sisters. Because, let me just say this, folks. If I was to go away tomorrow, if I was to die, I'm passed on. I hope that someone would continue the fight that I started here. The good fight. To try to bring hope to people and help the people. Because there's so many struggling people out there. That, there's so many things behind the scenes that people don't know about other people. Like, people are destitute, broke, and helpless and desperate. And they're down to their last options, you know? And it's sad because this world could be a better place, but we have these companies that are in control of everything. It's time we start taking back that control, you know? So Jada Slayer says, God has more concerns than a gig app. Yeah, he does have more concerns than a gig app. The funny thing is all of this stuff is just distractions. Well, we need money to live. We need money to earn, to pay our bills and all that. But when you can't do it, or when your livelihood is being taken away, I mean, these companies are to blame, you know. Right now, I'm live. I'm driving. I'm on Dasher, right? DoorDash. I'm also on Spark. I'm not getting anything through because I did decline a few orders, but the first 3 or 4 I took, and one after another came in. They weren't great ones. Only made $27, but it's 9:30 in the morning now. Now, this video that I'm making is a couple of hours after I did the other one that you guys listened to, the United We Stand, Divided We Fall video. Like I said, if you haven't seen that, you should go over and watch it. All right, so now we're going to get into... This is just in case. He came in and made a comment the other day, and we're going to address the new one. So he says, Top Dasher is not a scam. Oh, yes, it is, Justin. It absolutely is. I've been making more money without putting more miles on my car. The other day, I got 5 paying orders in a row. All right, first off, let me ask you this. How long have you been doing it, Justin? Are you new, and you've been doing it for a month, 2 months, a year, 3 years, 10 years? How long have you been doing it? That's the important question. Because if you're new, they're just feeding you calls, okay? Now, I'll tell you this. You're also in a really good market somewhere. You're in a good market, and you don't need to be trying to do Talk Dash, okay? Now, like I said earlier in this video, try driving about 50 or 100 miles away every day and try to do the same thing, making the same money you make now that you say that you do. I guarantee you, matter of fact, there's no way that you could ever prove it to me, but if you could make that kind of money 50 or 100 miles away, I'd match your weekly pay. I'd give you $1,000 or whatever, $2,000 every week if you could do that. You won't be able to do it, my friend. Not at all. So don't even attempt to try to convince me, but I know you can't. Right? That's bottom line, okay? Right. So he says, you win some, you lose some. Learn how to play the game. Oh, I've already learned. I'm not playing any more games. I'm not here to play games, Mr. Just In Case. I'm here to expose and go after the companies. And if we have to, we'll end these companies some way, somehow. Because they're going to go bankrupt anyways at some point. When they're threatened with so many lawsuits that they won't be able to afford it anymore and it's not profitable, they'll just close up shop and take the money and run. They're cowards. They run away and hide. So he says, yes, you might have gotten a $21 order, but that's because you were at the highest AR at that spot at that particular time. No, that's not true, because just this morning it happened again. I got one after another, and then I declined a couple, and then the good one came in, and I got another good one. You're wrong, my friend, but that's okay. Think what you want to think. Let me tell you this, or let me ask you this: Why don't you go the opposite and do cherry picking? You think you could make more money doing cherry picking? I know I could make more money than you cherry picking. I mean, now first of all, it doesn't. These programs are programs. They're to program your mind. It's to program you to think a certain way. Okay, but I'm in the large order program. The large order program supersedes any program that DoorDash ever made. I can sit around for 3 hours and get nothing, and all of a sudden get a $119 order coming in, and I can make more than any of you do in Talk Dash in 2 seconds. Okay? But it depends how many drivers are on and where you are in the market. Okay, there's a lot of variables. But people don't know that, and I'm not promoting large order program. I don't like large order. I hope they get rid of that program too and open it up so everyone can get different orders. Right. But there's times where I could get 2 orders in a day and make $200 on 2 different large orders and just go home. I'm not saying I could do it every day, but I know that I could supersede a Top Dasher on that with large order. Now, he might be in the large order program too, but people that brag about being a Top Dasher, right, most of the time when they do get a large order, it's because they're in the large order program. It has nothing to do with Top Dasher. It has everything to do with the market. It's market.
Tony's voice, you can get how
busy your market is, how many people are ordering
Tony's voice, pretty much it.
What's the ratio of supply versus demand, how many drivers are on, it's all of that, okay? And that's why I had to explain myself here. So, and by the way, as you'll see going on, there's a few people that talked about a couple of things. Justin, you haven't seen all of my videos. You haven't been around for 2 years on my channel. I highly doubt it, okay? So you haven't watched every video. Most people go on my videos, watch 5 minutes and click off. But they don't watch they don't see the research and the things that I show. So I've already proven Top Dasher. You can't make more money with Top Dasher. You can't. It's impossible. It's a program to get everyone to take the deliveries that DoorDash knows that no one will take. That's why they're over hiring. You think that they're going to preference a Top Dasher over a new person, a newbie that comes on? No. Listen, I have several people on this channel that are at 100% acceptance rate, and their ratings are the highest you can get. And they've never got any great, better orders. I mean, they get good orders once in a while, but there's nothing out of the ordinary, and they're not being taken care of. And they sit a lot of times watching people coming in and out of these restaurants while they're at 100%. You don't think they should get the orders before some newbie comes in? No. DoorDash is doing that on purpose. All right, let's see. He says if it's high AR, then your Top Dasher was there. You wouldn't have seen that $21 offer. That's not true. I just explained to you. I've been on the receiving end of getting good high-paying orders, and I've been on the bottom end. If you really want to know the difference, you could put 20 top dashes with the highest ratings in my market sitting in front of the same restaurant, and I'll bet you $1 million that they'll send 2 or 3 newbies in that just came on and were hired within 2 or 3 weeks or even a few days, and they'll give them those orders over the top dashes. You know how I know this for a fact? You know how I know this for an absolute 1,000% fact? Because I get out of my car every time when I see a new person that drives up, I get out of my car and I walk up to them and they look at me kind of strange, like, oh, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, hey, how you doing?
Oh, you guys DoorDash catering bags?
Yeah, I just got on last week.
I got the catering bags, and I never got the LFE, so I don't know. Can't really speak on that. The only thing about Top Dash is to get on anytime without a schedule, nothing special about it. Well, maybe for Top Dasher, but for the 3-tier rewards program, you get high priority access to orders. You get top priority access to high paying orders. So, Dash anytime is not the only thing.
I get active in the community, folks. I talk to people in the restaurants. I tell them about my channel, okay? And then I ask them, what acceptance rate are you at? Oh, they're like, I'm at 100%.
Yeah, when you're on the 3-tier rewards program, according to that program, if you're a diamond driver, you're supposed to get better orders.
Everything seems to work, but I'm getting these really crappy orders. Like, they'll tell me that. Some of these people
high-paying orders. Well, it's priority access.
And then they'll say, I drove this 17 miles for $4.25.
Well, yeah, it could be $4 1 mile.
But I thought I would get in trouble if I don't take it. I hear this all the time. I had to spend time on this comment here for everyone. And, Justin, I know you're not going to like what I'm telling you and you won't accept it, but I don't, it's not my job to convince you. If you want to be in a delusional world, you want to continue to drive. I'm going to tell you what's exciting, though. What's exciting is knowing what's coming. The things that you don't know that I know that are coming in the next, 6 months to a year or less. The market is going to become so saturated. The economy is going to go so bankrupt that you think, I'm making money, right? You'll be begging to make $20 in a 10-hour period at some point in the future. I'm telling you, you won't even make $20 in a day because no one's going to be ordering on these apps when the economy crashes and goes to zero. Okay? And if anyone is, it's only the rich people. None of the poor people will be able to afford. You will not see any welfare recipients anymore ordering from DoorDash, I can tell you that. Mark my words on it. You don't see it now because it hasn't happened, but when it does, you'll see. All right, let me view all these replies. So, Justin, let me see, Mr. Corinthians. Let's see. Okay. Mr. Corinthians, he says, that's your opinion. It's not a fact. Every market is different. Just because yours is one way doesn't mean that others are. That is true. But I'm telling you, overall, Justin, what I just told you, these companies, from you selling out to them, by the way, by you being a top dasher, you're hurting the rest of the community. You're making us look like assholes. And I don't mean it in a way like, look at me, I'm making all of this great money. You are taking deliveries and having to lower your standards and take no-tip and low-tip orders from idiots, okay, which you're programming them to actually continue to do it.
Yeah.
It's all about...
By accepting every order, you're not helping the community, you're fucking it up.
Programming. They're programming everyone's mind. It's all mind techniques. It's all different things to get people to do what they want them to do. Okay? Alright. Let's see. I'm going to give you guys... Actually, I'm going to give you a thumbs down on that. Sorry. You can't give thumbs up for everything. Aristoxis says, just in case, the same logic could be applied to your sentiment. Yep. Absolutely. Paris says, yeah, but I don't act like I'm the center brain of DoorDash algorithm. Nobody knows exactly how it works and how they will really send offers to dashes. Well, I do, because I get people from inner offices that send me emails, and I'll share some of those emails at some point in the future to you. I get people that blow the whistle all the time, but we need an engineer to blow the whistle. I've had people from DoorDash contact me all the time. You guys remember that when I first started DoorDash channel? I had an inner office person come and said, I'm here to learn more because I need to know, I want to know some things that, like this person was actually shocked at some of the things they were hearing, and then they disclosed to me in emails what really goes on in the inner office. So if anyone knows that, I know about it, Justin. Okay? And by the way, yeah, you're right, no one knows the algorithm, but from our deductions and deducing what's happening.
It's called deductive extrapolation.
We can infer a very good portion of what the algorithm does. Let's put it to you. Agree with that?
We can draw inferences from our learned experience and from cross-referencing with what each other has also learned.
You do. You're an idiot.
Back up here really quick. See what you guys was saying. Pant Inhaler, welcome to the channel, friend. I don't believe I've seen you before. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Worked as staff at Red Rocks. Huh. Not sure what that is. One time, some guy threw up all over the Red Rocks, and we had to bring in a hazmat team because allegedly he was gay back in the 80s. You know, when things were really popping off. Speaking of popping off, hoppers were the leading cause of the AIDS epidemic. Mark my words. Marked. Meep. Welcome to the channel, friend. Bro, your voice is saturated. Shit's giving me high blood pressure. My voice is saturated. What does that mean? What are you talking about? My voice is saturated? This is just my regular voice, bro. Saturated. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on here.
Because the common sense and logic would tell you that if you do it mathematically and say, okay, I'm sitting in front of a restaurant, why is there 7 or 8 drivers going in picking up deliveries, right? And they're not talk dashers. And you ask them, oh, did you just get on? Yeah. Right? Now you might say, well, you just said they were 100%. Well, some people aren't 100%. I've seen people go in at 10% and get orders. And they're newbies. They're new people. And they've only been on for 3 weeks to a month. And they're still getting larger orders than me. That's because they're catering to the new people.
Exactly.
We all know this. This is nothing new, by the way.
It's called the honeymoon phase. And it's where they basically feed you good orders nonstop, you know, to draw you in, to entice you, and then once you're like, you know, they got the hook sunk into you, and you're addicted, then they pull the rug out from under you and they start giving you shit offers.
All right, William Joseph says
that's the honeymoon phase on Uber Eats is actually how I originally entered into the gig space, because I woke up one day and all I was getting was, $1, like $1.90 going 6 miles and $4 going 10 miles and, shit like that. And I was just like, the day previously to that, it was like, $10 for 2 miles, $7 for a mile, $8 for 4 miles, stuff like that constantly. And it's just like, like night and day one day. So I got on Reddit and YouTube and basically it was just like, Googling, like, why am I suddenly getting bad offers? And then that's when I learned about the honeymoon phase. It's basically where I entered into the dark underbelly of this whole industry. Anyway.
William Joseph says, nobody knows exactly how it works and how they really send offers to dashes. This opinion of yours can also be applied to the reverse card of your logic of it not being a scam. In other words, we all know it's a scam. Yeah. So he says, please elaborate of being a scam.
Nobody knows.
told you what the scam was. The scam is to get everyone to take low-ball and no-tip orders, and they want to stack the orders together. And it goes on and on and on and on. I've done this at infinitum. I can't do everything in one video, folks. This is really just a comment video, and I'm replying to it too. So he says, okay, so William says, sir, I don't get paid to try to change random people's minds on the internet, nor have I agreed or stated that I would attempt to. That's a massive waste of time and effort. People will latch on and hold on.
So I'm confused. Is this guy asking how is DoorDash a scam? They hide the tips. They steal the tips. They don't give you the full information. You know, there's no transparency. You have to assume all the liability. I mean, the list goes on and fucking on, bro. Are you kidding me? I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding this guy's question, but it sounds like he's just a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, these trolls, like, they come by and it's just like, you do such a piss poor job, man. It's just like, you know? It's like, if you're gonna sit there and, like, be a troll, like, could you at least, like, not be, like, a brain-dead jackass? I don't know. Anyway.
Do daily what they truly believe in their hearts, without question. I would just say, either go back and watch some of his previous videos. He's talking about me, of him doing various tests and expose these things, but dig deep elsewhere on the internet. There's years of research, articles, videos exposing this.
You got a dumbass moron. Hey, I don't know.
Falls on you to willingly choose to see another perspective. Now, this is a really important comment that William Joseph said here, because he's trying to say that no matter what you tell someone, if they don't believe and they don't want to believe, there's nothing you can say that will change their mind.
Right.
And it's just so crazy that people would come to a channel that I'm defending and sticking up for drivers.
Bro, it all goes back to the scene in The Matrix, the woman in the red dress. These people are so hopelessly dependent upon the bullshit system that they are a part of. You know, they're hopelessly enamored with the system that's just fucking them up the ass day in, day out, and not in a sexy way either. And they're gonna come by and they're gonna naysay and they're gonna nitpick and they're gonna try to, like, come by and shit on the, people that are trying to do good, because they got their heads up their asses, man. They're just arguing for the most bullshit system. They suck. I don't know.
I mean, help the drivers. I'm trying to get you guys more money. And then you get a bunch of idiots that come on here and say that
it's literally just financial Stockholm syndrome.
Listen to what I say. They're either trolls or they're people that don't want their programs taken away because they think it's going to affect their income. Okay, and it's as simple as that. People are selfish. People think about themselves. They don't think about anyone else. What's being done is not fair with these companies. It's not. There's no fairness at all, folks. Okay. So,
young man,
continue on here.
Young man,
let's see. Let me go back to.
I see what you're doing, young man.
Comments here. Truth Wars TV says.
No, good boy.
DoorDash tries to manipulate and even force drivers to take terrible offers. Oh, that's absolutely true. It is a form of fraud, lying, and tricking drivers into taking orders who are independent contractors is not legal. If you want a better explanation, just in case, there's your explanation right there. Let me read it again. DoorDash tries to manipulate and even force drivers to take terrible offers. It is a form of fraud. Lying and tricking drivers into taking orders who are independent contractors is not legal. Eventually, a massive class action lawsuit will happen to these gig apps. And make no mistake about that, folks. You guys and gals probably are not aware of how many lawsuits that are currently pending in courts. Now, a lot of those lawsuits will either...
Now, remember, just to keep in mind, that Uber settlement, that $300 million they settled out of court, that took 6 years to reach resolution, all right? Think about how long Glitchgate has lasted, Think about how long it's been since Glitchgate broke, July 29th. Think about that. Think about how long it could take.
Be settled out of court, or the judges will be corrupt and probably side with the companies and try to pay out the least amount of money. And when I say that, is if a company is stealing, say, $1 billion a year. Let's say they steal $1 billion a year, and they only have to pay out $100 million.
Okay, let's say hypothetically that Uber just stole only $1 billion, and not the actual amount that they actually stole. Sure.
10% of $1 billion, right? Because 100 million is $1 billion, isn't it? I believe so. So it's a slice of the pie.
Young man, stop doing that.
But if you hurt a company,
that is a naughty boy. Young man, that's naughty.
You're gonna pay $2 billion.
That is naughty, young man.
You ripped off $1 billion. Now,
young man, you need to stop doing that.
If they were lucky enough to still be operating, what I've seen happen is either there's a couple of companies that will merge and become mega monolithic companies like monopolies, okay, all in one, or a lot of companies will go bankrupt and they won't be around anymore. But see, the problem with that is they get to go away and ride off into the sunset with a golden parachute, and there's no accountability for what they've done to people. See, people ask me, why do I do this? Why do I do this channel? Because I want retribution. I want money back that they've ripped off from me. I know they've stolen over $55,000, $60,000 from me in the past 3 years alone. Okay, I want that money back from them. This is why I do this channel, by the way. Okay? This is why. Alright? Now, let me, I think we may be done here with this comment video. I'm just going to go in and check here to make sure that I'm up to date on the comments. Yep. Okay, I am. I believe I am. Let me see. Yeah, I am. Alright, folks. I know this was long and drawn out, but I had to explain stuff, had to talk about stuff. I want to know what you think in the comments. I hate having it.
I think this world is a pile of shit. I think this is the biggest fleecing of the human race that's ever existed. And, total mindfuck. We're app slaves. Anyway. Jimmy Jillikers, folks. Major Deliveries. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. See what's going on with our good friend Major Deliveries here. Let's see, pull it up here. Let's see what this is.
Welcome, everyone. 7:39 p.m. Pacific Coast time.
Let me speed this up here really quick. I think we watched this yesterday, but we'll watch it again here.
I would like to make a few statements, comments, opinions, however it is.
Do you think these corporate scum watch this channel? No, I don't, Obese Spark Driver. I think the corporate scum are on the beach somewhere, sipping pina coladas, getting their dick sucked. And they don't give a fuck about any of this. It's just my opinion. Anyway.
So, there's a content creator, Dino, saying it like it is.
Oh yeah, I remember we watched this yesterday.
We have an awakening in the gig economy. An awakening with the content creator. The awakening has began. That is what is going on.
Says he just dropped a new video tonight.
So, in the first few minutes of the video he did yesterday, he is talking about multi-apping. Multi-apping with what?
This one?
Here, 12/39, November 21st, 2 days before Thanksgiving. So as I said in my earnings video last week, it was definitely going to be a small earnings week, a lesser earnings week, and the days I only worked were Friday, evening and Saturday and Sunday. So I predicted that my earnings were going to be between 600 and 800. Well, I didn't even get that many hours in. My earnings were less than that. But
now, really quick, major deliveries. Just give us an idea of where you're coming from. What market are you operating out of? You don't have to tell us the exact city. We just want to know, like, the.
It does go along.
We just want to know which region you're operating. Just to get an idea.
It all proves the $20 an hour theory in this market. So,
yeah.
So all right, let's.
Major deliveries has he's been really emphasizing this this concept that you are locked into a fixed hourly rate. Even though, like, earlier somebody came by, God, who was it? Who was it earlier in here? God, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. So, I think it was KZip that said they made $75 in 1 hour, and according to major deliveries, if his theory is correct, then that $75 an hour, that it comes out on the wash. It comes out on the back end that it evens out. That because of that great hour, you're going to be throttled other hours. So. I hope that makes sense.
It does. So, November
21 was my birthday at Dash. Okay.
Tuesday.
I think he's kind of right.
DoorDash. So here's my market right here where the blue dot is.
Oh, okay.
And you see,
he's in New York.
South. You got the Columbia River right there, Vancouver, Portland. And up we go. We got Tacoma, very busy. South Hill, busy. Federal Way, $2
Peak. You think Tacoma? That must be Washington, then. He must be in Washington.
Kent, $250. Covington, very busy. SeaTac International Airport, very busy. Peak, $2 Peak.
Okay, gotcha.
Very busy. What's going on in Seattle?
What if your name's Trevor, and you get banger after banger, then you go, let's go, and then a bunch of techno music plays, and it's like,
nothing. Bellevue, Greg.
There's no illegals up there yet. That's why I don't know about all that, bro. There's illegal immigrants everywhere. Come on, let's be real.
Sammamish. There's Lake Sammamish right there. Green Lake. Ooh, Seattle just lit up. Look at that. $2 Peak. $2 Peak. Green Lake. Mountain Lake. $2. All right.
And that if what he's saying is true, and I fully agree with the sentiment that we're being throttled and that our hourly rate is being controlled. I was going to say that we're caught in a paradigm that we are relegated to never being able to rise up out of the little niche that's been carved out for us,
All right, moving on here. DoorDash ratings for the week, 4.97 customer rating.
He's got a lot of deliveries under his belt. This guy's going on 20,000 deliveries for sure.
98 5 stars, 1 4-star, 1 3-star. These ratings, nobody knows where they come from. It's definitely a smoke and mirrors type. This is another issue in the gig economy. These ratings, we need these ratings gone.
Oh, bullshit.
We need them gone. We pick up the food and deliver it. Check to see if there's a drink. Some of us don't even know what these menus are or can't even relate to these menus. We don't know what these things are. So all we can do is check to see if there's a drink and then kind of depend on these restaurant workers for the rest.
Especially the
bags. We are just delivery drivers. So these ratings gotta go.
I'm going to load an hour or two for now.
4.97 customer rating, 23% acceptance rate, 100% completion rate, 98% on time early, 6,126 lifetime DoorDash deliveries.
Wow, fuck
so, look at this. Here's a pro tip, Dashers.
Shit, dude.
See this 102 balance? That is because, and that's the balance for the next week.
Right.
102.57. So Dashers, new Dashers, or even veteran Dashers, if you want say you're dashing Sunday night, and you want your money in your checking account Monday or Tuesday, when they deposit it, you need to end your dash at 11:30. end your dash before midnight. This is what's going to happen. If you end your dash after midnight, a balance is going to carry on to the next week. Look at this. The week of November 20th through the 26th, 102.57. So I made $264.07 on DoorDash this last week. Unfortunately, $102.57 goes on in the next week. Yeah, I've had this happen, and I forgot about it. But yeah, if you can keep this in the back of your head, and that dash at 11 or 11:30 p.m., so you have the majority of your pay deposited into your account. So there you can see 102.57 on Sunday, 108.50 on Saturday. Friday, $29. No, 29.
Only metric that matters is my cash out.
Oh, 53.
Probably not anything that's actually full. No.
The actual amount I made was $264.07, but I did not end my dash.
You know what I mean? Like, the amount of things that's actually our fault compared to the amount of things we get blamed for is just, like, mind-boggling.
On Sunday. So only 161 was going in the bank account. And then the other part is next week. So 15 deliveries, 16 hours dash time, active time. So anyways, if anyone understands that. So, for the total of this last week, the 13th through the 19th, DoorDash, $264.07. Alright, let's get Grubhub. So, let's view my stats. So, Grubhub, offer commitment, 11%. On-time arrival at merchant. So what I said last week about this on-time arrival at merchant.
Wow, I just got a contract violation. Are you serious?
Previous to the last weeks, I was just going to the merchant, picking up the order.
Negative reviews on this all the time. It will be silenced the whole ride. No issues. Some of those dicks. I know.
But on the Grubhub app, you can hit arrive. You need to do that as soon as you get there if you want to keep this on-time arrival at merchant as high as you can. Because I had noticed that if I don't get arrive, just wait around for that order, say it's 5-10 minutes. The app is the readout is saying that you're not on time. So previous to me hitting arrive, as soon as I got there, I wasn't doing that. My on-time arrival at merchant was in the low 90s or mid 90s. So hit that arrive button as soon as you get to the merchant on Grubhub. So Grubhub, it's not my main app. So just a small little week, $50.31. But as I said, predicted the week before, I was shooting for 600 to 800. So, excuse me. So, Uber Eats. You know what's funny this week is DoorDash actually beat Uber Eats for the first time in weeks, but only because it was a partial week. In this market, Uber Eats smokes DoorDash most of the time. So, DoorDash, 12,693 deliveries, going on 12,700. Cancellation rate, 0%. Acceptance rate, 17%.
Sounds about right.
Satisfaction rate, 97%. On Uber Eats, we can't rate the merchant no more. We can't rate the customer. We can't do it on DoorDash either. One thing, my pet peeve in the gig economy is working nights. And, it would be nice if we could give the customer a contract violation for not having their porch light on. If we could send DoorDash...
You could jump on a Christian Minecraft server and then get a glitter bomb. There's always options.
And give this customer a porch light violation. I wish we could do that. But, moving on.
PSO says, I'm a platinum driver and got Dash Now and still can't go on whenever I want. That's exactly what happened to me, PSO. It's exactly what happened to me. And I'd have to go back on my community post, but I have a screenshot where they actually told me on the new program, if there's not enough orders and too many Dashers, then the Dash Now is just taken away. It doesn't matter what your ratings are. That's just what they told me. So, yeah. And on the 3-tier rewards program, Dash Now doesn't mean shit. What a waste of taking every order. It's a scam, bro. It's an absolute complete scam. 6 ways from Sunday, man. You just got totally fucking fleeced. Sorry to say.
November 13th through the 20th. 2/11/61.
They absolutely lied to you about it.
13th, 14th,
Just like they did to
15th,
me.
and 16th. Those were down days, sick days.
Man, now it's bothering me. Now I gotta see if I can find it. Let me see if I can pull my community post here, because I know I have a fucking screenshot of this shit, bro. I just have to go back and find it. It's from like months and months ago. Let's see if I can pull it up, man. I know I got it back here, dude. I know I got it somewhere. I have a fucking screenshot of this shit, man. I have proof of it. I asked a support straight up, and one of their reps told me. Straight up. Let me see if I can find it. Man, where is it, dude? It's way back there, man. I gotta go way back and that's my community post here. I gotta go way back, son. I gotta go back like 8 months, dude. I gotta keep going back. It's so far now. I gotta keep going. Hang on, let me see if I can find that best. Here it is, right here. Right here. Look at this shit. Yeah, DoorDash support. This is me asking them. So just so I'm understanding you correctly, what you're telling me is that with the new rewards program, if there are too many drivers and not enough orders, then Dash Now option is not available regardless of platinum status. Is that correct? They said correct. You will get Dash Now option only if the area receives enough orders to assign for every Dashers. There you go. Dash Now doesn't mean shit on the new 3-tier rewards program. It's a total fucking scam. They just straight up lied to us. Isn't that wild, bro? Isn't that shit wild? I'm gonna reshare this shit, dude. Yeah, I reshared that shit, dude. Look at that, now it's at the top of my community posts. Isn't that wild? Doesn't that blow your mind, dude? Saturation is your worst enemy. Yeah, somebody earlier said that my voice was saturated, and I was like, I don't understand what they're talking about. Saturation is your worst enemy. I don't know. I guess. It's pretty crazy.
Days. Work on this Saturday. So, 2/11/61. Very small. Saturday. 6 trips. Yeah, just a short week. So, the total for the week is $525.99.
So you pay, Greg.
And 26 hours. 26 hours. $20 an hour. $20 an hour. 26 hours, $20 an hour, $525.99. There you have it. I hope everyone has a good day, good evening, and a good day. So take care.
Right.
No.
It's cold out here. DoorDash has got to be a worthless pain in the ass. Just might as well only give me 30 minutes or 1 hour. So we get on anytime easy. Now it's hard to get a block. Now I can hardly get a block. Yeah. What's the temperature, Thomas? Oh, pretty damn cold, bro. They need a big Q4. I'm sure they'll get it. Americans love to buy shit with money they don't have. UPS has been dead. We're buying each other Christmas presents this year. Major deliveries is glad to entertain my friend. Have a good night tonight. Making 2-hour shifts. Speaking of AIDS, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm permanently deactivated off DoorDash, so something about a suspicious activity or something. UPS is not a company I would recommend. I hate how they did Roadie. Yeah, Roadie's a horrible world. Roadie's one of the worst. Roadie used to be good, huh? That's weird. That's weird. was always like this. Where'd you go? Where's there to get out to? 20 an hour? Yeah, it's not enough, bro. Not before it, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta pay expenses and shit. You pay our overhead. The 20 is not enough. So I was friends with us. Somebody's gonna be a preacher, man. Gosh, I love DoorDash. I know you're a liar. He's just a liar. He's a vampire. Said nobody. Yeah. You can say you love them all you want, they ain't gonna pay you more. I love DoorDash 2019, 2020. Just drove around. It was a couple years, those 3 years, 2 or 3 years before I got to the get work.
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for too long. All this for midnight shots. Well, let's chat that. Where are the men and women you took from Ross?
Well, you shall be reviewing your services indefinitely. All the things we can create together. The world that we can build.
Your king needs me. All for building a
So they can see a complete, by the customer line.
Twisted his promises across. And I want no part of it.
King Barnabas saved you, and this how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who uses me? Like he uses you?
You know nothing of Adolphus.
You're right. I don't know who you are anymore. Or what you want. I only know you're used to say that you were tired of it, that you just wanted to be free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage. You would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame,
You're like, he's smart sometimes, you know how children might have to act, you know? We got a violation, 2018.
The only person I feel sorry for is you! I can't do this anymore. If you stand on a leash, and it's true, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sedaris.
DoorDash support low-key. Press 1 if you know the service closed. up should be in America. The fucked up things they probably are. It's probably like a call center, like not too far from where you are with these spur driver, but like only Indian immigrants are allowed to work. It's just a fucking, it's like a trap. It's just like a sweat trap.
Do I look alright?
And what a nightmare! What a dystopian apocalypse we find ourselves living in.
Sit on her way to collect the dominant, if she hasn't already. You can't afford to let her leave. She has things on
JTB. I was proud of Jeff tonight. He could actually focus on us. They put Pedro to the side. Be out in the cold. Be a stupid kid. Yeah. Stupid kids afraid to be the stupid. I remember that from Hey Arnold. This thing kills me, bro. It's a call center. There's some fake Nikes answering DoorDash support calls. Be smart, driver. All Nikes are fake Nikes. Remember that. It reminds me I should just wipe one of these Indian chicks to the bank to make that 70K. Probably make good lives too, bro. Anyway, we love the Indian people on this channel. And Malaysian people. I don't actually know much about Malaysia. I know people live there. I can't really tell you anything about it. I know it's like, I think it's a series of islands. Is it like part of the Philippines, I think, maybe? Malaysia. Indian food gives me diarrhea. Huh. Well. Or people really still wear Nikes, I guess. I don't know. Shoot, I don't know, man. I can't really speak on that. I've never really understood the fascination with new expensive shoes that were made by slaves. I mean, I can say, his hat, his glasses. Yes, I was here earlier. I remember you, man. I remember you. Yeah. Welcome back. Alright, man, just kind of unwinding here. It's a little after 1:30 a.m. here. And just rolling right into Thanksgiving here. So, like I said, we were going to do a 24-hour live for Turkey Day, but this got pushed back. So we're going to actually do the live starting 6 a.m. Friday morning, Black Friday. So, but yeah, I'm doing alright, man. Thank you for saying that. I hope you're doing I hope you're doing good as well, Pat Taylor. Hope your family's prospering during these difficult times. Thank you for being here. You're the first person to say my name correctly. Most troglodytes say Peyton Taylor, like I'm some kind of homeless person. Well, in my experience, most homeless individuals, they prefer whippets, not necessarily to inhale what am I trying to do? The air dust, like the computer duster. That's what they like. That's their bag. That's their main squeeze. But anyway.
I'm running out of power.
Yeah, no, I figured you chose that name probably because you had like maybe you had like respiratory problems or like asthma or something. Oh yeah, that's right. Most of the things start talking about it as well, you know. That's the sideline, you know what I mean? Like they would give like friction burn to the side of my toe or something, you know? I don't know. I have kind of wide feet. So. I love whippets. Yeah, a lot of people do. I never really understood the fascination. But I also smoked meth for like 8 years, so why not? Yeah, no shit. Not advisable. Not advisable. Mysterious Stranger says, yo, what do you feel about doing some mushrooms with some rock and cruise in Colorado? That'd be fun, dude. This is fun. Just be weary they love sneaking behind you. Okay, I see what you're saying. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Croc's other shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings about those. You know, I'll be down with some mushrooms, man. I've had some pretty intense spiritual experiences. Different trip experiences. I'm happy, Barry. I hear you. There's nothing wrong with a little level performance.
Finally.
Only the cool moment. Okay. We need the cool moment. They love sneaking behind you for that good stuff. You talk about get your shit pushed in? Maybe I'm confused here. So you guys are going to be home alone tomorrow. What you, Macaulay Hawkins? What are you, Macaulay Hawkins?
Unless from you.
As a grown.
This is the second time you bested my sisters.
How do we know?
None of our talents are rare indeed. Why cost your luck with such undesirables? If it is the heart,
maybe set some traps.
you will find more than enough warmth under my wings.
You know exactly what I want. Hand over the dominant. And
How many Logans from the holidays is too many? I don't know. I can't really speak on that. For me, I'd say like 12, 65 a year. Really can't stop. No? To each his own, baby. Whatever floats your boat. No judgments here.
Must I spell it out for you granted?
Leave the animals alone. Don't hurt them, okay?
To the slaughter with you.
I've been growing that gas. Shit, Starlight, okay? Why am I going to say sampler on it? Hope you did hard on this. A little bit, okay? Make it so you're cool with it. Feel like it. You know what to do. Yeah. Just 1,000 years of dumb shit use was grand, stupid. And my first ex-wife gave me lost. I buried, never do be lost, and I buried her ass. It's dead. Yeah. Sorry, I guess. It's a little more cadence. Original people, okay. William J. Collins. Alright. We got the I don't know. Sniffy, me and Sniffy. Dishwasher safe. One time I was behind me. Oh, yes. It's nice.
Judge rips that one. Harris racing after it.
That's our extra close. I can't believe it. I believe you, bro. I take your word for it. I got nothing to prove here. Why the fuck do you know that? I don't know. But all I can say is that I believe you. I don't know why, but I do. Doesn't sound good at all. Especially if you're doing your jump offs. It's better to keep them off away from you. Guys' favorite Thanksgiving dish and stuffing, fried pork stuffing. With gravy, that's good ass gravy, man. What about you? Wow, cool story, bro. Jay Ryan. My grandma's gravy brings all the boys to the yard. That is true. That is actually a true statement. That's a good point, man. One of the philosophers with a big space. I've actually heard that bugs are into cum. It's weird but interesting at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, interesting.
It's weird. Dude, I feel like I've heard this story before. The little feet walking all around. I'm pretty sure this is some copy pasta, bro. I've read this shit before. Dude, you're just making this shit up right now. And the first time I read it, it wasn't intriguing to me at all, alright? I didn't get turned on at all, okay? Say something and they get time out. That's true. That is true. It's not funny. It's not funny. It can't I mean, it does, but very rarely. I'm pretty sure, right now, I'm pretty sure only 2 people are banned from this channel. It's toxic, annoying. Wish Dash, would you ever consider a boy wife? I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with my career, you know? We're happy together. A boy wife? Is that like a lady wife? Just good, yeah. Am I the only retard working right now? Well,
Took it from me.
you're not a retard. First of
How'd you do that?
all. Second of all, are you the only one working right now?
The battery's falling away.
Oh, I guess if you're doing gigs, yeah.
This place is ridiculous. I'd rather not be here.
Are all coaches banned or just the dog? Just the dog. Good question. Welcome, gentlemen. Hey. Don't lie, how big is your dick in cases? Well, once again, you've not paid the premium, so you actually don't get this. Until you pay $29.95 a month.
I created a version of Commanded Progress. The villagers escaped in confusion. As should we.
Yes. How can you not even tell? Because you haven't paid the premium yet. My goodness, this is a business we're running here, okay? FDA, Federal Drug Administration. It's probably fair. Maybe. We're calling them on your ass being even listing ingredients. Have you heard of the new Maya goblin trend on YouTube? No. These people are on something else. I know, it's kind of funny.
If they catch
It's very weird that this shit You're a live gig worker, that's cool. What kind of gigs do you work? Walmart, Spark, Breeze, Grubhub. Legendary. I'm female. Why? Let's make this down. We're getting sniffy. So I guess my parents were right about something back in the days with the freaks coming out at night. Yeah. It's like Necro getting bag set, man. We're vampires. Get your ass back in the kitchen. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, man. It's kind of cold out here. I don't know. Is that supposed to be a dig, Damien? I don't think so. Just curious, he came on me out of nowhere. Yeah, it's a little out of left field, but it's YouTube. It's the internet. Pretty much come to expect this kind of behavior. So, gosh, you'll see me again. Don't worry. All right, it's cool. You're welcome here. Thank you for being here. You doing a shaft on me? Respectfully, I will assault you sexually in GTA. Okay. I actually play Minecraft myself. Bunch of wascally lettuce.